I like that. I like that a lot. What are we grinding?
Blocking out the haters.
Blocking out the haters.
Not having fun.
Pink Pony Club. Is it pretty in the sun?
It's gleaming.
I want to look at it. Good morning, everyone. We're going on an adventure today. It is very early in the morning. It's currently 1:25. We're grabbing fuel real quick and then we're gonna head to Knoxville, Tennessee. We're gonna pick up a few things. We're gonna go shopping. We're going to a big truck salvage yard. I'm so excited. I've never been to one before because they don't really have them around here. So that's why we're going to Knoxville. Also, we're running and we're picking up an interior kit for the R model as well. So, oh, I haven't mentioned that. We're shopping for parts and just like miscellaneous stuff that we're gonna need for the R model build. Oh. All right, so I've got my directions pulled up. We're going to two different places today. There's one in Knoxville and there's one like 45 minutes outside of Knoxville. It's in Oliver Springs, that's what it's called. So that one doesn't open until 8 o'clock. And the salvage yard in Knoxville opens at 7:30. So my GPS has us getting there at 7:15, which is perfect because that'll give me plenty of time to stop and grab breakfast or a drive-thru or something. Ugh. This hat's kind of itchy. I might take it off. Okay, guys, it's 4:56. We're about to hit the time change. We stopped at a gas station. I had to get fuel and I'm probably gonna go in and grab a little snack because I'm starting to get a headache. The journey continues. We're about to pull in. I was wrong about the time. I thought they opened at 7:30. They didn't open until 8, so I had to kill some time. Which was really hard to do considering the only thing that is in this town is this salvage yard and a gas station. Hey, that's a cool one. I found a match. They're both in really good condition too. Just need a good clean. Good shampoo on the fabric. Just got the seats loaded up in the bed. Now we're just gonna drive around. See if we can't find nothing else. There's an R model cab. What in the world? Are you kidding me? How embarrassing. So far, only one R model here, which is not very good for me right now, but also, I don't know what I expected. R models never die. The seats are gonna be our only find for today. We got our seats. That's all that I was able to find here, but they were 150 bucks a piece, which isn't that bad, I don't think. All right, team. On to the next. We'll be at the next place in 45 minutes. We've got the interior kit. We're gonna stop at a gas station and probably rearrange in the bed because it looks a little sketch, to be honest. The way that it's sitting back there. All right, we're gonna pull over right here Okay, so the interior kit actually is the most expensive thing I've done to the truck so far, which is surprising. You wouldn't think that, but the entire kit was $2,600. With tax, it was $2,847. I like that. I like that a lot. So what we're gonna do, our $3,000 investment into this truck, we're gonna make sure that it is strapped down properly so we don't lose it on the way home. I'm gonna take the seats out. We're just gonna put that down in there and then put the seats on top of it. I think that's good. Let's go. We'll see how it does. All right, so we're on the way home. We'll be home around 1 o'clock, but I think this is where I'm gonna end the video for now. I will catch you guys on a different day when we get back to work on the truck. Well, for you, it'll be a few seconds, but for me, it'll be a few days. So yeah, okay, bye. Okay, before we head out to the shop, I had to run back in and grab my Anker Solix. I could not live without this thing, which is why I'm so glad that they're the sponsor of today's video. So I have the Anker Solix C1000. It's a portable power station, and there are a lot of real life applications for it, which we'll talk about here in a second. But I want to talk a little bit about the specs because they are very impressive. So this particular one has a 1056 watt capacity and it has 11 ports on it, capable of powering 99% of appliances, whether that be lighting, speakers, cooking appliances, if you're camping, electric tools, if you're working on something in the field. This thing handles it with ease. One of the best things about this though is its fast charging feature. You can fully charge this thing via a wall outlet in 58 minutes, which is 27.5% faster than industry average. Great for me because I always forget to charge stuff. So if I'm heading on a road trip and I need to take it with me, but I haven't charged it yet, I plug it in, pack all my stuff, and by the time I'm done packing, that thing is charged up and ready to go. And on top of all that, it is portable. It's lightweight, easy to carry. It's small, so it can fit in tight spaces if it needs to. So it's easy to take anywhere with you, which is great for me because a lot of the times, if the hassle of taking something with me outweighs the benefit of having it, I'm not going to take it. But enough about all that stuff. Some of my favorite ways to use it and some ways that I haven't used it yet that I'm excited to try, especially this coming up spring when I'll be in the tractor a lot. On my chicken coop, I have a heat lamp in there, but I don't have electric out to the shed. So I will take that out to the shed and plug my heat lamp into it. That way my chickens are warm all night and it handles the job perfectly for that. Now, another thing that I wish so badly I would have had this for, a couple months ago, we got a pretty bad ice storm out here and I lost power for like 2 days and I ended up having to leave my house and go stay at my brother's house. But if I would have had that, could have plugged in a heater, could have plugged in some lights, you know, just made my house more comfortable so I didn't have to leave. It's always good to have that as a backup, especially in the winter months or in the spring when there's a lot of storms coming through. But I'm excited to keep this with me in the spring is because if we have a breakdown in the field and we have corded tools that we need to use, obviously out in the middle of the field we're not going to have power, but now we will since I have my Anker Solix. I'm going to be keeping that with me in the tractor. Oh, and I almost forgot, I use this thing to charge cameras on the go. We're filming out in the field a lot and we're usually out there like all day long. We don't have access to plugins, and if our cameras die halfway through the day, that just doesn't make a very good video. So it's nice to have that. We can charge camera batteries wherever we're at and it's no hassle at all. I also wanted to mention that I've used Anker brand products before and they have done me well. I've had this one charger for years now that I use on a daily basis and the brand is just great, really good quality, so I highly recommend them. If you're interested in learning more about the Anker Solix C1000, please do so by clicking the link in my description. That lets the brand know that you came from this video and that supports my channel. So thank you so much to Anker for sponsoring today's video. And thank you so much to all of you guys watching for making opportunities like this possible for me. Now let's go check the progress of the truck. You can see we're getting everything started to put together. The vision is coming to life. We've got everything on the hood back on, most of the stuff on the cab as far as like the lights and the roof vent and all that stuff goes. We tried to put the windshield back in. We got this side in and then we went to the other side and we fought it for a very long time, and Gavin was getting really frustrated and we figured we'll just walk away from it, and then ultimately I decided to have somebody else do it. That way if it breaks or anything like that, it's not my fault. And also a professional would just be better at it because they do it for a living and I have never done it before in my life. It'll be well worth the money, I think. They're gonna do the other side on the front and the back glass right here. We have not put the doors on yet because I want to wait till after we get the new interior in, which we'll get started on the new interior once we get the frame and all of that done. So we're getting the toolbox mounted today. We'll get the deck plate mounted, and hopefully we'll get the fifth wheel mounted as well. But if we don't get them fully mounted, we're definitely going to be getting all the holes drilled because we rented a mag drill to get all the holes drilled in the frame. That way we didn't have to do it by hand. Gavin had to run to town, so he went to the hardware store to get more cutoff wheels so that we can trim down the deck plate. And Gavin's brother is also helping me, and he went to go pick up the mag drill that we rented, so he is almost back from that. But I want to show you guys the steps because they turned out freaking awesome, exactly how I imagined, and I love them. So here is the steps. God, they look so good. If I do this, you'll be able to see it. Yeah, those look so good. Then I wanted to show you guys the fifth wheel. So here's the bottom plate, and then here is the slider plate. So we actually pulled the fifth wheel off of Gavin's white Mack that him and I went down to Texas to pick up together. I will put that video, I think it's on this side. But that's a really fun video, so go check that out if you haven't already. But we pulled that fifth wheel off of his truck, got it cleaned up, which I took a little bit of video, but I kind of forgot to video the entire process because I ended up taking it to a sandblaster. It was just taking too long to clean it. And I figured sandblasting it would be so much easier, well worth the money, and it was. It definitely was. It turned out really well, and we were able to get it back here, get it primed and painted, and I'm just really happy with how it turned out. And it's a really cool tie to Gavin's truck, the truck that started our relationship, if you will. So, but we had to cut off the original angle pieces because they were in really bad shape, could not be saved. So we got new angle. We've got it all notched out. It needs to be cleaned. It's really dusty, but we've got it notched out and it's gonna fit perfectly over this. This is where we're at on the finishing touches. That's really all the updates I have for you, and I will check back in with you guys later on when I have another update.
But we're grinding.
What are we grinding?
Blocking out the haters.
Blocking out the haters.
We're grinding some paint down so we can weld the fifth wheel to the thing. Oh. Go up. Slow.
Okay. Welding the fifth wheel. Got the inside welded. Just need to grind out the outside and finish welding that. So once that is done being welded, I'm gonna repaint over the welds. We'll put that back on, and then we'll get our fenders put on, and we still have to put the doors back on. But I wanted to wait to put the doors back on till after we got the interior done. That way we didn't have to fight with the doors when putting the interior in. We've also got the air lines and such going in.
Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot.
Nice. What's it look like?
Don't know. It looks like a couch from this perspective.
Like a couch?
Or a headboard for a bed.
All right. It does look like a couch. I get it now.
How are you liking the self-tappers?
I'm not having fun. bit different on both sides, but it's okay.
I bet we're the only ones who notice.
Well, now everybody on the internet's gonna know. As long as you guys don't tell.
Beautiful. Next.
YouTube, we have a dilemma. Show us what's going on.
We have 4-inch speakers and a 5-inch hole with pre-drilled holes for a 5-inch speaker.
Put it up there.
Ta-da! Our holes are off. So we could cut through this, but then we're just sandwiching foam together, not the cardboard backing, so I'm afraid they would fall out.
All right, YouTube, should we ditch the speakers or should we put them in? Let me know. Even though the truck will be in the museum by the time you're watching this.
Let us know in the comments below. Personally, I think it's better off without speakers. You can think of a lot of stuff. A man can do a lot of thinking when the radio is not distracting him. Not music.
Or I could just ride along in the passenger seat and sing to you.
That's fine too. No speakers mean you get to sing to me.
What song do you want to hear?
Pink Pony Club.
Pink Pony Club. Gonna ditch the speakers. I guess that makes life easier at the moment. Throw them out. Oh, you almost made it in the box.
2 holes in ones without even looking.
You hit the board, the first one, and you hit the box and then bounced out on the second one.
Calling it a win.
A win is a win.
A win is a win.
Show them your seats.
Oh, yeah. So I did this while you guys weren't watching. This seat right here is actually the passenger seat, you said, out of a 613. It's a perfect size for Grayce. They're a little narrower, a little smaller. So we put a passenger seat for the driver's seat at Grayce's request.
It just fits me so much better. It's gonna look so good.
We kind of got a mess here.
A little bit. You gotta trust the process. I keep looking at this and like, wow, this looks like a mess. But I know as soon as we clean that off, when we put the hood down, when we put the door on, everything is gonna look so good. It's gonna all come together all at once.
Yep. I hope it'll start.
Oh, hey, it's definitely not going to start if we don't turn that on.
Perfect.
And that'll be it.
All right, I got the power washer set up so we can rinse it if we want to.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Is it pretty in the sun?
It's gleaming.
I want to look at it. It looks so good.
It does.
Oh my gosh, the color combo is so good. Do you like it?
I do. I'm gonna like it even more once we get your sticker on the side of it.
Nobody knows what the sticker is going to be.
Not yet, they don't.
I'm so excited.